Hey guys, come hang out with me today and come play in the clay. I am here in another event, as always. This event is with Sacred Treasure House, sporting my little logo here with them, Sacred Treasure House. And this is a national fall leaf event day. I'm not sure if it's today or sometime this week, but anyway, it's National Fall Leaf, so we're doing a leaf event, and it's all about leaves and whatnot. Interestingly enough, I just did a leaf girl from an event yesterday, but anyway, just so happened to roll that way. So come on in. If you're not familiar with me, you can see down in the corner there. That's me. That's Crafting with Kim, and I work with clay. I work with polymer clay, air dry clay. Those are my two clays. Hey, Miss Grace, how are you? It's good to have you here. Yeah, so I'm in the Sacred Treasure House today, and Miss Tanya is finishing up. She's actually one of the hosts of this group. Tanya, Lisa, and Deborah. They're phenomenal. If you're not familiar with them, go ahead and join Sacred Treasure House free group. There we go. There's Miss Deborah. How are you? I'm waiting on Miss Tanya to finish up here. There I am. Cool, man. Oh my God, you guys are like Johnny on the spot. I love it when I see myself really quick in the group. There's Lisa. Hey, good morning, darling. How are you? Hey, hey, hey. So yeah, so I'm hanging out here. It's all about leaves. It's all about fall. And we'll be right back. Okay, no worries. You're good. Like I said, I'm just gonna give a couple minutes. Like I said, everybody transition over, and those that are not in the group, go ahead and make sure you check out the group, Sacred Treasure House. Join up and join Sacred Sew, Lisa's Craft House, and Tanya's Timeless Treasures. Those groups and all the other ladies that are here, all the presenters and all of the names that are in this group. Make sure you follow and give them a like. I am getting really close. I think I looked today. I'm probably about 60 followers or friends away from my 4K. So once again, I appreciate if you guys sprinkle me out, share the love, let everybody get up there so I can get my 4K. I'll probably think about something that I can do with that, like do some giveaways or something like that. So, oh, thank you there, Miss. Oh, you made me blush, made me feel so talented. All right. Hey, Kathy, how are you? Hi, Janet. It's good to have you here too, girly. So, my event today is got a leaf element because it's leaf day, but I just, me, I'm kind of quirky. I come up with different things and I didn't know what to do and I want to do something a little different. And I happened to be passing by my glass cabinet area, which I have a whole cabinet full of glass items. And somebody had given me, where did I get this? I think my daughter, I saw this bottle. It says the butterfly effect. And you know me, I decorate bottles sometimes. So I thought, it kind of inspired me to add some clay leaves to the bottle and do like a little spiral butterfly thing off the top. I don't know. I think, I know butterflies really aren't really indigenous to the fall, but I'm going to make it work somehow. There we go. You're well? Well, good. Thank you for sprinkling. I appreciate that. Like I said a few minutes ago, I'm getting real close to my 4K. So any help you guys can help me in that area, that would be super awesome. So with this bottle, sometimes I usually paint them, and I thought this one's actually kind of like a cool, that green kind of amber color, and I liked it. And most of it's going to be covered by leaves anyway. You can see I kind of peeled off a little bit. I was too lazy to even take the label off the back, so I'm like, it's going to be covered in leaves. Why bother that? Hey Terry, hi. I'm doing good. How are you? It's pretty early out there in that on the West Coast, ain't it, girlfriend? What you doing up so early? I wouldn't be up that early. Anyway, I am feeling great today. I felt like absolute doo doo yesterday, I'll tell you. And I did a live, and I was like, I had going on 2 or 3 hours sleep. I got some rest. I did a little coffee thing that I do. I don't drink coffee. I do something else with it, but I won't go there on live. You guys can PM me privately on that. Anyway, so I'm actually feeling like myself again. So let's get going on this thing. We got Jackie, Juanita, Terry. I think most of you ladies are familiar with me and you know what I do. But like I said, if you come on and you don't see the little live button up in the corner there, then you'll know that that's after the fact. And if you just put in hashtag replay in the comments, that'd be great. Okay, so got all that out of the way. Hey, Lena, how are you? Tomato, how are you doing? Who was it that was asking how to pronounce your name? Did you see the guy said she's Tomato? Okay, don't say Lana, say Lena. Anyway, that was funny. Margaret's here. All right, Margaret. Margaret, I'm getting your happy mail out today. Just letting you know, I've got my day off and most of the days in my studio. So let's do this thing. All right, so like I said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover this bottle, this wine bottle, and I thought that was a really cool. I'm keeping the label on there and everything. It's called the butterfly. I've never heard of this wine. You guys ever drink wine and know this wine? But I just thought it was. I like butterflies, and so like I said, it's not really indigenous to fall, but hey, whoever, it's going to be cool. So I'm going to add clay leaves to the thing and jazz it up a little bit. Thank you for sprinkling there. We got LNN Lucky Crafts. Hey, my friend, how you doing? It's good to have you here too. Yeah, I do like that label. And actually, it's what inspired the whole thing is looking at the label. And then I did some little painted butterflies that are sort of like the coloring of the butterflies on there. Oh, your name is Lisa. Okay, good to know, Lisa. Thank you for that. Appreciate that. Okay, yeah, all right, guys. So as you know me, number one, I got my giveaway tool ready to go. Last 5 minutes. Those that don't know, stay hang with me till the very end. I'm going to give you a hashtag word. We're going to run a little tool for the possibility to get you on a list to win a $5 Amazon gift card at the end or the beginning of next month. So that's that. And I'm going to switch you down onto my table like I always do because it's easier for me to show you what I got going on there because of my way my cameras are set up and whatnot. So everybody, hope I'm having a good day. And for me, it's 12:45 here on East Coast. I'm not sure where you guys are. I mean, I know where some of you are, but yeah, for me, it's a little bit earlier than I normally craft, but I'm cool with it today. I'm actually got it together, and my table's actually relatively clean compared to yesterday. I had a hot mess everywhere. All right, so yeah, I'm working on this bottle now. What I did is for those that aren't familiar, I've got my little, you come to start with these like bricks of clay. I roll it out, get it in like these little sheets. Okay, got my sheets going. I don't see my mug, especially my profile, and see my double chin hanging out there. I've always been very self-conscious about my double chin because it's a family trait. Anyway, so I rolled it out. I got them nice and flat. You can see over in the corner I've already pre-cut and colored most of my leaves because of the timing element. I am going to do one just to basically to show you how I did it. Hey there, Charlotte, how are you? 90. Oh, it's 9:45 in Arizona. Okay. All right. So yeah, so I got this. I'm using this heavier, denser clay because it's firmer and it holds up more for what I'm trying to do. I don't need something really floppy because some of my other clays are floppy and I need them to kind of like keep their shape a little bit because I am going to have to bake this. After this done, I'm going to put it in the oven and bake it after I finish up my leaf girl from yesterday too. All right. So first thing I do is I'm going to paint one of these just to show you basically how I did it. And then we will go ahead and start putting the leaves on there. Like I said, I did enough prep work that I think we're good. So once I rolled it out, I just drew out a little template and hand drew it, and then had something to go by. I like this heart. I like the shape of a leaf because it's in the shape of a heart. And I've said this several times. I love hearts, so I'm all about doing that. All right, so I think the first thing I'm going to do is I think I did this one after the fact. After I do this and it's all baked, I'll probably go back and zhuzh up some colors a little bit on it, but I got the basic colors. So I was inspired, of course, with the yellows and stuff in here, and of course the changing of the leaves and whatnot with the yellow. So that's why I'm using yellow, mainly yellow tones here. But all I do is take some of my acrylic paint, and I'm going to use a dauber. And I believe it or not, you can't tell, but I used a little metallic on this. I have a red metallic, and I have this copper metallic. And they don't really show up too much on the leaves, but I figured I'd go ahead and give them a shot anyway. So, hey, Bev, how's it going? Thank you for sprinkling that love. I like it when my love gets sprinkled. That's really nice. Thank you very much. I'm a little silly today. Yep, like I said, I'm rested up, so I'm back to my silliness. Hey there, Tanya. Minnie's in the house. All right, guys. Ooh, I feel special. You guys are all hanging out with me. I feel so special. All right, so I'm using a dauber. I like to wet it up for some darn reason. It's just the way I feel it works better when I wet it and kind of get all the water out of it. So I'm just taking a little bit of this yellow and just kind of swirling it. Just kind of swirling it on top of this tan clay or beige clay, whatever color you want. Doing that number first. Getting a little color on there. I love it. Anybody have I love orange. I'm an orange person anyway, no matter what kind of time of year it is. So I'm all about these colors. But then I'm taking a little bit of this, just a little touch of this red and kind of adding it. Like I said, it's metallic. You can't even really honestly tell, but I could have used any kind of just straight burgundy or something like that too. But I just want to get like a soft sort of tone to it. Then let me see. I took a little teeny bit of copper, And same thing, copper looks more brownish than anything when it's like kind of do it out this way. Who else we got in here? We got Jan. Okay, yeah, I see Jan. And, oh, excuse me, I'm chomping on some gum simply because it helps keep my throat a little bit. Ooh, I got a little too much on there, guys. Oops. Here's what you do when you get too much. You basically just wipe it off. I like using baby wipe. Yeah. So, yeah, my husband hates when I chew gum. He says I sound like a horse. It's like some people have their like little idiosyncrasies about certain things. He's like, I can't stand women that chew gum because they always smack their gum. It drives me crazy. Anybody else have husbands or things that you don't like that people do? Mine is like mouth breathers, people that have their mouth open all the time when they're just like hanging out talking. I don't know. Me and my mom were kind of like that. Oh, that's a mouth breather. Anyway, all right. Not that I'm trying to take away from anybody, don't make anybody feel bad, but all right. So yeah, I'm just adding a little color on here. Then I'm gonna let this one dry for a second. I can go ahead and go back to it because I want them to dry before I got to add my little vein things in there in the center, but I'm gonna do that after the fact. So that's all I did with that to get my leaves looking like that. Okay. Now we're gonna switch over and start actually putting the leaves on. This is actually should be going pretty fast. Hey, Bev, da 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 da. We all have our yes, we do. I don't mean to be rude like that. I'm sorry. It was maybe that wasn't very nice to say. But that's one thing, like a habit, I guess. Yeah, my ex-husband used to blow his nose all the time because he had problems with his sinuses. And I know I didn't really make fun of him, but it would be like he would do it at the table and stuff. I'm like, ew, that's gross. Anyway, so here we go. Let me see. I think I'm going to put this over here and put this on my little turnstile. So here we go. Put it up like that. Okay, and here we get to a little better. Now, for this project, like I said, I didn't paint the glass. I decided to just leave it natural, and there's only going to be a little bit of it showing. Most of it's going to be covered up with those leaves. So what I'm going to do is I want the leaves to be like upside down and kind of flaring out this way. So I have to start from the top to the bottom to build it up. Anybody saw me yesterday, I got to finish up my little leaf girl. She put leaves on her dress, and it's like I'm going from the opposite. Well, I went from the bottom up. This time I'm going from top down. So these were two leaf things that just so happened to be like right next to each other. Now this polymer clay sticks to glass pretty good after it's baked, but even before it's baked. But these have been sitting a couple days, and just for an extra security to make sure that they stay on, I'm going to put a little dab of my bakeable glue here. All right, you guys doing all right? Everybody having a good morning so far? I know some people are talking about still waking up and having coffee and all that happy jazz. And I'm like, like I said, I had a really rough day yesterday because I was having major headaches and blah, 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 blah. But I feel really good today. I feel good. It's amazing what a little sleep will do for you, huh? Okay. So sleep is so vital, guys. And I know we don't get enough of it because we're always talking about it on these things, how we don't sleep well, we don't get enough sleep. I have a problem. I think sometimes it has to do with a lot of the frequencies we're getting from our phones and our TVs, the EMF frequencies and all that. I do have a little device that runs through my house, but I don't know if it does any good. It's supposed to help with that. All right, so like I said, I'm just adding the leaves on there. These are going to be pretty, actually. I think I'll probably go back after I'm done with it, add the little brown distressing medium on here. Like I said, I'm just adding a little touch of this to keep it in place until it's actually baked, because I don't want them to slide too much. I think it's kind of like overlap like that. I'm lacking sleep lately, drives me crazy. I know, and I think, like I said, I think today in our society, I don't know, honestly, if it might be a little us ladies. Some of us ladies are in the sort of similar age bracket, and it might be a little bit of that too, because as you go through hormonal changes, your sleep patterns get kind of wacky. But sometimes I actually do believe it's all these modern frequencies that are going on between especially our phones. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I sleep with my phone next to my bed, and I know that's a bad thing. I've always got earbuds in and all that kind of stuff, so I'm sure it messes with your brain waves. But anyway, that's what it is. See, that one's already starting to push up. You got to kind of put a little press on these things. If you want to do that, just put a little extra pressure on there to make them stick to the bottle. I have since it is about leaves, I didn't look up too much trivia or too many artifacts or anything, but I have one thing that I thought would be kind of interesting, and this might be a fairly easy answered. Hi, Kimberly. It's good to have you here. I like that. Got my namesake. I'm a Kimberlyn, but it's all the same. Um, yeah, I have an N on the end of mine. I'm Kimberlyn. Anyway, so, okay, fact, not a fact, but a question. Who wants to tell me what causes or the why the leaves change colors in the fall? What causes the leaves to change colors? You guys go ahead and put that in your comments. And then I'll actually give you my Google search reason here in a minute. So as I put these on, I'm going to have these kind of flare out too a little bit. And I know that I don't have color underneath them. That's where after it's baked and it's not floppy, I'll go back and kind of add a little extra color in here. But it's kind of hard to turn them over and do the other color on the other side and whatnot. It's just easier to do, I think, once it's baked. Okay. Uh, Eclipse season is here. That's kind of part of it. Yeah, I mean, about a seasonal change, but what actually causes the leaves, the scientific process of causing the leaves to change color, guys? What is that? I think I'm going to kind of angle this one a little bit. I'll make it quite straight up. A little bit of angle might be kind of cool. Yeah, so what is that? Chlorophyll stops produced in the... You're too smart, Terry. Yep, that's pretty much it. That's the answer in a nutshell, is that, the leaves, the chlorophyll is the green. I think we all pretty much know that. Photosynthesis. Yeah, pretty much the same answer. That's the term. But the thing about it is the leaves, the leaves change color because there's less sunlight in the fall on the leaves, and sunlight produces chlorophyll. So when there's not as much green going on, there's actually the yellow and the reds are already in the leaves, but they come out more. They're more, you see them more because there's not as much chlorophyll in the leaves. So because basically less sunlight, and it produces those pretty colors, those beautiful reds and oranges and stuff that we see. All right, so yeah, I'm trying to make these a little off center so they're not all like straight. And I did a mock run on this to make sure, but if I got any labels showing or anything, like I'll be able to hide all those boogers. I don't know. Hopefully this thing's going to turn out kind of cool. Like in my mind's eye, it seemed cool. So we'll see how it all comes together. It's different. We got Miss Connie Hall. Hey there, Beverly. Good afternoon. Excited about you winning the rocket. Okay, I don't know what the rocket is. Can you guys please explain what the rocket is? I think I might have an idea, but I don't know for sure. So I don't know. We might just leave that one alone. If it's what I think it is, the rocket. Okay, now I'm going to put this one. Actually, I should probably put that one down a little bit more thinking about it. I've got a whole nother, I think I just got one more round. It's 3 layers of this. Yeah, that one's probably pretty cool. What's kind of neat about this, like I said, this polymer clay does stick to itself. So as long as I get it stuck down like this, and kind of press it a little bit onto the thing, and I'm going to, flip the leaves a little bit. And I don't know. What do you guys think so far? It kind of looks like an elf bottle. Got elf ears. The leaves are absolutely, yes. And we all love the color of the leaves. I love that. I posed this question yesterday in my other live, and I'll present it to you guys. What is your favorite thing about fall? Is it the weather? Is it the food? The seasonal foods with the pumpkins and all the good stuff. Thanksgiving. I mean, for me, Thanksgiving is about the food, but for me, more Thanksgiving is about family. I mean, that's why I love Thanksgiving so much. It's just to me about family. And we don't know. Matter of fact, I'm not even getting together with my family. Well, we're getting together with my husband's family. My daughter decided to go out of town with the kids. They usually host a lot, and they're super busy people. But I showed her this glam camping thing outside of Orlando as a thing to do for her birthday, and she decided, well, I'm just going to take the kids there instead. So they're going to take their RV and do a glam camping. It's actually through Wingate. It's pretty cool, actually. They got teepees and all kinds of really cool stuff. I'd like to do it another day. And you can go set up your RV or camp out or whatever with a tent and do glam camping. So they have a thing for Thanksgiving, and she's going out there with the kids. And I was going to go, but they want like $1,500 for that weekend. They don't always do it like that. Usually it's a couple $100 a night, but I'm like, hey, forget that. Not for no day or two. Temperature colors beginning the rest of the holiday. She picked my name. Woohoo. Okay. I don't know what you guys talking about. Oh, okay. Like I said, I think I know what you're talking about with the rocket thing. Okay. Now let's see. I've got one more. I have to see how this plays. I see my label showing as I redid this, but I ain't worried about that. I'll fix action. Maybe I can do it like this. Let me see. I got one more. I was going to put a couple. Okay, I can do this. I can do this. I'll kind of cover up the label a little bit. See my label showing a little bit in the back. Actually, you know what? Let me do that. I'm just going to scrape that off. I probably should have taken the time to take the whole darn label off, guys, but I was just being lazy. You guys know how to get labels off bottles, right? The easiest way to do it is just soak it in a little bit of hot water. I do it in my kitchen sink and just pull them off. But in this case, the label on the front is going to be that's my inspiration. It's rare that I ever leave a label on a bottle. I usually take them all off. Anybody else like decorating bottles? There's so many ways and cool things that you can do with the bottles. Amazing trip. Yeah, it is pretty cool. If anybody wants information on it, I can, PM me and I'll give you the information. It's through Wingate. Of course, it's la-di-da-da, and I like glam camping. Actually, in Panama City one time, I was buying 10 acres to kind of do that, to kind of turn like a camping retreat, sort of like a glam camping thing. Because when I lived up in North Carolina, I lived off the grid, and we had these really cool cabins that I created. I mean, they were really nice inside. And they were kind of glam camping, and I don't know, a lot of stuff happened with that. It didn't really happen, but anyway, we tried. But yeah, pretty cool. Anybody likes that glam camping? I mean, at this point in your life, I've camped. Anybody like camping? I mean, actually, this would be a good time of year to camp because it's not too cold for most people, not too hot, and not too cold. It's a good season for camping, I think. But yeah, I used to camp quite a bit, especially when I was younger. I haven't done much of it lately. Like I said, I did perpetual camping for 4 years. I lived off the grid and lived in a tent for 6 months on purpose. So I kind of get a little bit of that out of my system. I'm like, I like my amenities now. I'm tired of living off solar panels and not having an air conditioner for 4 years. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. I don't cover the label too much. I want to keep that label. There we go. I think I'm just going to make it with these leaves, guys. You love camping? I can definitely see that, Miss Charlotte, because you're a real outdoorsy girl and you got your farm. I would definitely think that about you. I said I've always been the adventurous outdoor type. I always have. It's just that lately, like I said, after doing that for 4 years and all that, it's not that I wouldn't do it again. Don't get me wrong. No, my husband just not really seemed like he likes outdoors. He works outdoors all the dang time. So, all right. So I thought about this as far as I think I'm going to cover. I don't know if I wanted to cover up the actual thing altogether. I was trying to figure that out because I like the butterfly like edge on that showing, or if I didn't want to kind of cover it up all the way. What do you guys think? Should I? Because I got the edge showing here, so I thought I would kind of leave that edge showing a little bit there on that one, and kind of do it sort of like this, and then throw my other leaf in there. And it looks kind of funky right now, I think, honestly, but I think once I get my leaves kind of flared out a little bit and all that, I think it'll look pretty cool. Then I'm going to show you when I'm doing my little butterfly part. I've got this little butterfly like spirally thing. I don't know. Let's see what that looks like. This is all kind of like playing around a little bit. I think I kind of like them angled, actually. Maybe I'll do them a little bit angled. Yeah, I like them angled. We'll do a little angle on them. Yeah, I like that better. Looking very good. Thank you, darling. Like I said, something really different. This is from my own brain. Sometimes I get inspirations off Pinterest, but this one actually came straight from my head. And I'm like, sometimes I don't know. I got some wacky ideas. I'm a very much out there kind of person when it comes to my creativity sometimes. You're always the traditionalist. Most of the time, if I'm doing things traditional, I have to look at a reference because most of the time my brain works a little bit on the quirky side. Today, I am hoping I found this really cool picture. It's like a graphic picture of a steampunk cat. Oh my God, it's the coolest thing. And I want to create that thing in clay so bad. I've been staring at it, and it's one of those long-term projects. So I'm hoping that I can actually get to that. Let me see. Is this going to work? It should be on the inside. I think I want to have it on the inside of this one. So yeah, that would be one of those projects. Yeah, I need to take that on. I got enough stuff going on in my life doing that. How does that look? I don't know, guys. We'll see. We shall see. Just make sure I press it in there good. If I end up on the ground, I'm not getting up anymore. Margaret. Oh, I can't sleep on the ground anymore either. Well, you know what? Here's what, well, all right. If you're long-term camping, actually you're doing glam camping, it's all set up for you. They got regular old beds in there. I mean, it's like fancy, especially this one. I was like, woohoo. They got the mosquito nets and the whole deal. So it's but if you're doing it rough and you got a little time, we put our air mattress, like really thick ones, high quality air mattress. We lived in a tent for 6 months. We put ours on pallets. There wasn't no getting up off the ground for me. Not at all. Now I don't know. Maybe I'll stick a few little smaller leaves in there too. But I want to flare these out and see what I got on my time. Doing pretty good. Yeah, I'm doing really good today. I don't know. It's nice when I'm actually organized a little bit and I can have time to not run through things so quickly. All right, so I might call that good. I might play with the leaves a little bit, but I'm going to show you this little part right here. It looks to me like a fairy bottle. I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't know. I might have to play with this guy a little bit. I think once and actually I might end up, who knows, I might paint it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I think once I tie my brown in there, it might all come together. Hey, where's my one? Oh, I got one leaf left. Forgot. I got one more leaf left I got to do. Okay. So just to do the little vein lines, I use my little tool here, silicone tool. I spoke about this yesterday. If anybody saw me yesterday, when you're doing lines in your clay like this, if you use something that's not soft, like it's hard, it will drag in your clay and it will cause boogers, like little pills. So I like to use my soft silicone tool. And like my plan is to put a brown aging medium all this, and it will draw out all of these lines. You'll see them a little bit better, but I got to do that after it's baked. So right now I'm just hand drawing these little veins in here. And like I said, they'll pop more once I do that. I'm hopefully get all my projects finished up between my leaf girl and my scarecrow girls and my leaves and all this. Ugh, I need to catch up. Get everything on my Etsy shop. Got a lot to do, guys. All right, so now where am I going to put this one? I'll probably stick this one right back in here. Looks like it needs a little something, something in there. Okay, yeah. Stick. All right, maybe here, maybe there, or maybe I should put it at the top here. I'm like, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Should I do it? You guys like it? Well, let me show you what I'm doing first before I finish up. So I've got this little piece of floral wire. I spun it around with a drill. You guys ever seen how to do that? And I had an extra piece left over from my other project when I made my birdhouse. So this is actually like a little spiral that's going to go on top of my bottle here. And I'm going to have my butterflies on it. So it looks like the butterflies are kind of like flying. It's dark right now against that background. But the butterflies are kind of like flying up in a spiral out of the bottle or out the side of the bottle. Also, look at this. I got this off Temu. I'm gonna cap it off with this little guy here. This is actually a drawer pull, but it's so pretty, isn't it? The colors are really pretty. I should have got a couple more of these. I'll probably reorder it, but it's really pretty. It's kind of a pumpkin too. Anyway, it's got all the screws to it, but I'm just gonna glue that on the top like that. Okay, and I think it'll be kind of unique and different, you know. Thank you very much. Loving it. Thank you, girls. Now, with that butterfly there, I think that's too much. I think I'm going to put it towards back. I'm just going to set it like back in the back here and kind of fill that in a little bit. Yeah, I like that better. Yeah, kind of fill in that hole. All right. Hi, Abby. Oh, my gosh, this is so great. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Like I said, I didn't know. I just kind of started playing with it, and I was like, I'll see if it turns out cute. In the end, like I said, sometimes, you know, they say trust the process. Sometimes when I'm doing this, and I debated really like back and forth, should I paint the bottle? Should I not paint the bottle? Should I paint the bottle? Should I not paint the bottle? And in the end, I said, you know what? Like I said, no, I don't think I'm going to. Especially when I get it all together and get everything else painted up, I think it'll look kind of interesting. So, you know what? I don't know. Maybe I kind of like it out, in and out. Does that look good? Yeah. I kind of like the idea of hiding all that in there. Let's see. Turn it a little bit angle, maybe like that. Let's see. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know. All right. So I'm going to put a good press on them because I do want to make sure that I did put that glue, so that should stick nice and tight to the bottle, guys. And, oh, can't see it. Sorry about that, guys. And then, I don't know, I might even zhuzh a little bit of something up in the front here. I can, once I bake it, I can add a little bit of extra bling or something to the label if I choose. And yeah, you can bake all this like this. Now, let me go ahead and get this. I'm going to leave this little part here. Actually, I'll take this off separately. It's so hard to see against the bottle. I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, well, I'll play around with it. Okay. I've got this little spiral. I'm going to add my butterflies. Hold up. Let me get another bottle that I can put this on so you guys can see it a little bit better. You can see it on this Coke bottle. One of these days, I'm going to do a clay project with this one, with the Coke bottle. This isn't like the Mexican style Coke bottles. Okay. We go to the market. Matter of fact, there's a market here. My husband's Mexican. You guys know that. And there's a little Mexican market. We go get our tacos, and from the taco truck there you stay. They've got nopales tacos. Nopales, you guys know what those are? That's the little cactuses. Those are so good. My favorite. All right, so what I'm doing is I'm basically just going to glue. It's kind of hard to see, guys, I understand. But you see, okay, let me hold this up. So see my butterflies. I did this with a, come on, camera, focus for me. I did these with a mold. It's clay. I put it back to back, actually, to make them a little bit heavier because they were having issues. I should get my camera to focus and you guys can see that really good. Okay, they're actually like burgundies. It's kind of like the color on the bottle, okay, of the butterfly on the bottle. That's what I'm doing. Okay, there we go. So I've got a big one, a bigger one, and then I got a little teeny guy here. So we're going to put those two together. Thank you for sprinkling, Miss Minnie. So I think I'm going to just hot glue the darn thing on right there and see what happens here. Hopefully it'll hold on pretty good. Might have to do the old hot glue and E6000 thing. I guess I should look to see which side was better. We'll see how this goes. See if it hangs out there on that piece of wire. You guys doing okay? Yeah, the butterflies, like I said, it's a thin mold. It's one of those Timu molds, and it's pretty. It's not real deep, so I had to do two. I had to do back to back, like make two of them and then press them back to back to hold it, make it a little bit thicker, so that they would hold up together. And then I just painted them black and then painted the colors over there. They're kind of dark, but I think it'll tie in nicely with that. Actually, looking at that against the bottle, I might need to lighten something up. Like I said, it's all a process sometimes when you're crafting. By the way, I am so sorry. Miss Kristie, my Artful Adventures, is after me, guys. And Kristie's a riot. I love Miss Kristie. She's so fun. She does a lot of paper crafting, but she does a lot of other stuff too. I kind of stuck to the bottle, but I don't care. I'll be able to get it off. All right, so there's one. Like I said, I'm going to, obviously eventually take this off and put it on the other one. I'm liking Timu. Yeah, like I said, me too, girl. They're cheap and they're fun. I've got some Christmas ones coming up. I got to start working on that. I found some cool deers. Even got like this really cool cookie cutter roller. I think this one's going to go right on top there. Hey, don't burn myself. Please don't burn myself. Yeah, like a roller that was like $1.50. Excuse me, I'm out of the camera here, guys, but I want to put this one way up top. I know this is very precarious, and this thing, I don't know if this is going to hold up or not. We'll see over time. I might have to put a little extra glue on the back of it or something. Years ago, when I did a polymer clay, I used to be like into sort of like fantasy sort of, I don't know how to explain, like really cool, like not elves, but just some really kind of interesting fantasy creatures. And I did a lady that was really cool. She was like laid out with her feet and her hands were up in the air. And I came up with this concept too of this spirally thing going up. And I don't think it was a butterfly. I put something else up there, like it was spiraling out from her. And it was pretty cool. So I don't know if you guys can actually see that, but see how the two butterflies are kind of like spiraling up like they're flying in the air. I have to run out and do the animals. And then I got you, Charlotte. Okay, thank you for hanging out with me for a minute. But I hope I can pop that dang thing off without it coming off. So yeah, it's going to be spiraling up in the air, but since they're so dark, they might blend into that bottle too much. I might have to do something about that. All right, let me get my darn thing here. So yeah, make sure that you guys, if you have not joined Sacred Treasure House, you absolutely must. One thing I wanted to mention too, and I haven't done as much. I'm horrible with marketing. I'll be the first to admit it. I don't even market myself. I've got Etsy and Pinterest, and I hardly ever talk about them. But see, the darn thing just came out. I'm gonna have to do this by hand. Um, Make sure that the Sacred Treasure House has got that really fun Christmas party coming on. That's November 15th and 16th. They've already got the group set up. If you don't know what that is and you'd like to know more about it, it's basically like a private group that the girls created, and it's going to be a really fun Christmas party. We're all going to be crafting. They got kits that you can purchase still. I don't even know what the prices of them are right now, ladies, but yeah, so that's going to be coming up, and all of us are going to be doing the actual thing. But Miss Deborah has already started doing all kinds of fun stuff within the group and games, and you can win points and gift cards and all kinds of really fun things. So you guys make sure, if you haven't want to get in on something really fun and different, join that. How about right here? Forget where I put it. Hopefully, I know I'm going to burn the crap out of my fingers. Hold up. I should wet my fingers. You guys know you can wet your fingers. This is funky. How do I hold this thing on here? All right. There we go. I might have to figure out another system for this. Oh, you know what I could do? I could put a little piece of paper behind this and put it back on the bottle and maybe hold it that way. Yeah, it is fun. Deborah, I know I don't get in there and do many games. I'm just, I don't know. I just think I get overloaded. I guess I get brain overload sometimes with things going on in my life, and I just can't seem to get to stuff like I want to. Anyway, let me try this one more time, guys, see if I can try it a different way. It's not one. This is kind of weird, putting a little piece of wire, something on a little piece of wire. I don't really want to back it with anything because I want it to, it's going to be sitting on the bottle. Definitely want everybody to join that group. It's going to be fun. It's really different, something really different. Deborah, I'm going to ask you, have people actually been winning the I haven't checked in there in a while, honestly, sorry. But have people actually been winning the prizes already, or do the prizes come later? Like when you participate in the games, are they coming later, or how's that working? Because I know that you got a lot of fun games going on there. Okay, that's kind of holding up. I think I need to put a little extra on there. I got to really pile this glue on the back of it. You're not really going to see that because it's going to be up against the bottle, so. I don't even know why I painted the back at this point, thinking about it. All right, let's see if I can get a little bit more of that on that thing there. Yeah, you guys. Yeah, I went back and painted the back of this bottle and made it look really pretty. I'm realizing you're not even going to see that because it's going to be up against the bottle. I mean, at back of the butterfly. The top one you'll see a little bit because it's three-dimensional. But anyway, okay. Let that sit for a second. I just had to put some extra glue on the back of my butterflies, and hopefully I can get them up in there. I'm doing good on time. Kimberly, you can make your own molds with silicone and cornstarch, and they just put the object into it. Yes, you can. Actually, thank you, Kimberly. You can do that. I used to be a mold and prop maker in Las Vegas, and years ago, we would make our own molds. We actually worked with Disney Ice Capades, and I did huge heads like Tweety Bird and all kinds of crazy things. So I know about carving with foam and making molds and all that sort of. Honestly, it's just a time thing for me and laziness. I just don't want to mess with it. But a person wanted to be very adventurous and creative. Yes, you can actually do that. You can sure do that for sure. Actually, make your own molds. You can make your own forms, and there's so many things that you can do DIY. And absolutely, if you got the time and effort to do that, go for it. Maybe I should do that. I have a private clay group. I know most of you guys know that. Maybe I should do that, Terry. Maybe make our own mold one time so you guys can see how to do that. If you don't want to buy. I mean, these days, unless there's something really unique, most of the molds, especially that I use for my projects in here, are Temu or something. Or now I know the IOD molds can be a little pricey, but okay. I know that this is really difficult to see, and actually, after looking at this, I might end up actually painting the bottle, to tell you the truth, just so the butterflies will stand out. You can't even hardly see the green. You can't hardly see this the butterfly against that. But when it's all together, I think, like I said, I might go back and paint that bottle up, and then you know, make it a little bit so you can see that. I don't know, have to be kind of like a lighter, maybe like in the tones of the label here, something with the yellow tones or something like that. But I think all in all, and like I said, I'll finish it off with my little thing here. Hold up. I feel like I'm working, not in the working in the dark. I got plenty of light. It's just the light shining, reflecting on my piece here. So it'll be finished off with a little bottle top there, like that, with the butterflies, and then my thingies here. I think for me, this looks a little strange. I might add a little something in here to kind of bring that label out. I'm not exactly sure what yet, but I'll do something to make it a little bit more, I don't know, fuller or something, because this is all dimensional and that's kind of flat against there, and it sort of like bothers me. You guys got any ideas? Let me know. Maybe even put a little ribbon trim or something on it after it's done. But like I said, next step is for me to pop this baby in the oven and get it baked, and then I can keep working on it from there. Thank you, Margaret. Paint the butterfly instead. Oh, I see what you're saying. Just paint it lighter color. You know what, Terry? That might be a quick solution. Yeah, lighten up the butterfly. Hello, Durr. That would make sense, and that way I wouldn't have to mess with the bottle. I was just trying to keep it in the colors of here. But you're right. I could just actually do it like a monarch, which is actually, even though monarchs are summer, they do migrate in the fall. So that would work. I always love doing the monarchs, but they're lighter colors too. So maybe I'll do that with the oranges. And it's basically orange and yellow anyway, but good idea, Terry. I'll just lighten up the dang butterfly. That way it'll make my life a little easier. It'll be easy to paint once now that I've got them on them, I got them secured, and hopefully they're not going to fall off. So my timer is going to go off in like 1 minute, and we're going to be doing our giveaway tool. But see, you can see, I just take a little piece of wire and kind of spiral it around. Okay. All right. So there we go with that, guys. And I'll be able to post this thing. There we go. There's my timer. I'll get it done. I think I'll be able to finish it up today. And like I said, we'll finish out. I'll figure out a little something kind of fun to do with that label to make it kind of cool. All right, there you go. Leaves on a bottle. Whoever thought, right? Okay, let's switch my camera over. Today, we're going to do it a little bit early. We're going to start early. I'm going to go ahead and give you your hashtag word. And if you don't know what this is, just play along. So right now, the hashtag word, oh, let me look. I think it's leaves. I always forget. Hashtag word is leaves, L-E-A-V-E-S. So what you want to do is you do your little hashtag tool and the word leaves right next to it, no space in between. Okay. So I like the idea. You like the idea of making molds? Okay. Maybe we can do like a little small mold or something like that. Okay. And have that in the group. Okay. Anybody's interested in my play group, by the way, it's $8 a month. And, you know, we're doing a lot of fun, different things in there. You can just PM me on that too. Hashtag leaves, and give you a chance to put you on the list. And what I do is I put you on the list. Whoever wins in this little giveaway will be on my list. And at the first, like usually the first week of the following month, I will send out an Amazon gift card. You'll have to email me your address, PM me your address if I don't have it already. If you've already won this month, I would appreciate if you would send it out and give somebody else, because this thing sometimes, I think it plays favors. So Margaret, I know you've already won, but you've already put it in there. So just, you know, set out, I think you're on the list. No, maybe that was last month. I'm sorry. Denise and Cynthia are the only ones that, and I'm not sure if Denise or Cynthia are on here today. So anyway, you're good to go. Sorry about that. And that, actually, Margaret, it wasn't you that won. It was, you won the thing with guessing red. Sorry about that. So who won last month? That was September. Got Lena, Terry, Doreen, and Minnie. Minnie's the one that won. Okay. Anyway, but that was last month. This is a brand new month, so hopefully we'll see how it goes. So yes, hashtag leaves. Hashtag don't worry about me. Like I said, you won last month. If you win this month, I mean, hey, I don't know. This thing does like to play. I think it plays favors. I don't know. I don't mean to say that because I don't want anybody to feel like, and I have no control over it. It just does its own thing. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. And make sure that, like I said, you stick with Sacred Treasure House all day today. And watch all the amazing leaf projects we're having. And also join the group if you haven't done all that. Let's get this screen shared over here. The tool up. Yeah. Okay. This weather today is absolutely marvelous, guys. I'm so just like loving it. This is my time. I love it. Okay, here we go. Everybody ready? Make sure everybody's got it in there. Hashtag leaves, hashtag leaves, hashtag leaves. Okay, there we go. Go run this puppy. Got 2 minutes left. Oh, we got. Who we got today? Who's the winner chicken dinner? Who we got? Who we got? Who we got? Kimberly Godlinton. Okay, well look at that, Kimberly. Kimberly. All right. Godlinton. Let me make sure I spell your name right. Way to go, Kim. Can't beat that, right? Okay. Like I said, that's my little bribery. And that's Godlinton. Okay. Get your last name right. So what you need to do, Kimberly, is just private message me with your email. And I got you on the list. And then I will be sending that towards the end of like the first week of next month. I'll get it out that way. So yeah, one of these days, some of the other girls, I know that Lisa's won. I'm like a couple of Terry's won up before too, I believe Terrio. So yeah, just keep coming in, keep hanging out with me, and getting your chance to win that Amazon gift card. And every time I do a live event, which is basically the only time I go live, is I do this tool, so it gives you a chance. So please follow, join me. Like I said, I'm trying to get to my 4K. Appreciate it. Connie, thank you. Yeah, thanks, guys. Congratulations, Miss Kimberly. Do you go by Kim at all? I'm just wondering how to get. You go on my page. Follow me. Go into my page, Crafting with Kim, up there, and then you'll see you can message me from there. Okay, send me a message with your email. Okay, and that's how you get it. Going to find us. Sorry. Okay, cool. All right, guys. Like I said, you need to run over and go see Kristie. Thank you, Miss Lisa. I loved it. I love you guys. Like I said, this is my home group. I go in a couple of other events, but this is my home group. Okay, guys. My time's almost up. I don't like to get off until right when that little clock goes right at the dot. There we go. Okay, I'm done. You guys enjoy the rest of your week. Have a beautiful weekend. I love you. God bless. And go watch Miss Kristie. You'll enjoy her. She's a hoot. She's a lot.